What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me on Off the Script. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is May 28th, 2021. I am your host, JD, from New York. WWE seems to be keeping me on my toes this week with all of the news. Whether it's SummerSlam, whether it's Roman Reigns, whether it's New Japan and WWE having a partnership, or it's Double or Nothing this weekend live from Jacksonville, Florida. Daly's Place is going to be rocking and rolling, 100% capacity. It should be a major weekend to top off what was a major week in the world of professional wrestling. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not done so. I mean, I don't know why you didn't or why you haven't. If you guys want the number one source in all of the IWC for all WWE news and rumors, right here is the place to be on Off the Script. And make sure you guys go and check out all the videos that I've uploaded this week. Tons of extras for you. Tons of live streams following Raw, NXT. I'll be live tonight after SmackDown. Lots of stuff going on. So make sure you guys go and check out all that stuff if you have not done so already. WWE confirms SummerSlam on Saturday, August 21st. Yes, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. No Sunday night for SummerSlam. It is the first time ever that SummerSlam is happening on a Saturday night. Location to be revealed during the Belmont Stakes pre-race show on NBC. WWE has officially announced that SummerSlam will happen on Saturday, August 21st. This date was first reported by Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast, and Andrew has been a busy bee this week indeed. WWE today announced SummerSlam will take place on Saturday, August 21st from a summer destination location. The venue will be revealed during the 2021 Belmont Stakes pre-race show on NBC next Saturday, June 5th. Tickets for SummerSlam go on sale Friday, June 18th. The event will stream live exclusively on Peacock in the United States and on WWE Network everywhere else. That was the official statement from WWE. They also announced the next 21 live events as part of the company's touring schedule this summer. I want to quickly go over this because I want you guys to pick up on something regarding SummerSlam. Saturday, July 24 will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. July 25th from Louisville, Kentucky. July 31, that will be in Milwaukee. Sunday, August 1st, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. August 2nd, Allstate Arena for Raw in Chicago. Should be rocking and rolling in Chicago. SmackDown in Tampa, Florida. August 7th from Fort Myers, Florida. August 8th from Gainesville, Florida. August 9th, the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. As you guys see, there's a common theme for where WWE is touring. August 13th, SmackDown from Tulsa, Oklahoma. August 14th, Charlotte, North Carolina. August 15th, Columbia, South Carolina. August 16th, Raw, AT&T Center from San Antonio, Texas. August 20th, SmackDown from the Phoenix Sun Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. The next night, SummerSlam, Saturday, August 21st, is blank on the tour schedule. It would make sense if WWE emanates SummerSlam from Phoenix or in the Arizona state. But apparently WWE has Las Vegas as number one priority on their radar from Allegiant Stadium, filling that stadium with 60,000 people. Now, there's a boxing event going on that same Saturday in Las Vegas. Does WWE run in Vegas while there's another, obviously more headlined pay-per-view event happening in that same city? Or does WWE go elsewhere and do their own thing? I don't really understand why SummerSlam needs to be in Las Vegas. First of all, the heat is going to be ridiculous, especially in an outdoor stadium. I'm not sure if that's a domed stadium or not. But WWE seems to be, from my eyes, they seem to be trying to go over the top in everything that they do, being that they now can control themselves at 100% capacity. I don't see why WWE needs to go all the way over the top with everything. What is the problem with having a smaller arena for SummerSlam? WrestleVotes even tweeted out right before I hit record on this video that SummerSlam plans are an absolute disaster. He don't even want to talk about it because they said, and I quote, "I don't want the blood on my hands." God knows what that means. He said that if WWE doesn't get Vegas and the plans fall through for SummerSlam in Las Vegas, he don't want to be anywhere near anyone in WWE. I don't understand the stress on SummerSlam. You have so many other places that are destination locations for SummerSlam, yet you want Las Vegas. Why can't you do it in a smaller arena? I don't really get the mentality by these people in WWE. Some of the fans as well, they want to go big, over the top. Why don't you do a smaller venue, pack it with legit fans, and then let the card do the talking? WWE has the resources to make SummerSlam one of the best, if not the greatest, SummerSlam card ever. And on tomorrow's Off the Script, we're going to try and fantasy book a logical SummerSlam card for everybody, because there is major discussion that the main event for SummerSlam could be the biggest main event in WWE all year, one of the biggest main events of all time, if WWE plays their cards right and tells the story the way it needs to be told. Smaller venue, let the card do the talking. I don't get all this Vegas hype. I really don't. But WWE's holding SummerSlam on Saturday, August 21st. And by the way, I seen some geeks on social media. They were complaining that people were complaining, oh, who's going to watch the Belmont Stakes? Who's going to watch horse racing to find out the location of SummerSlam for WWE? I don't know any wrestling fans that are going to watch horse racing. I don't know any horse racing fans that give a shit about WWE. The demographic is probably so far out of the range of WWE. And even if you get some people from the horse racing Belmont Stakes audience to watch WWE, how much of a percentage is it going to be? Because I know no wrestling fans are going to watch horse racing, I'll tell you that. So the cross-promotion of whatever's going on there is only an NBC Universal thing. It seems like NBC is announcing that on one of their shows, on one of their major sporting events, because, let's be real, it may be the only sporting event big enough happening that week, and WWE wants to get the announcement out in front of a large audience, and that's the only audience available to them. Horse racing. Give me a break. Las Vegas is a great idea in theory, but I honestly think WWE needs to go smaller and let the card do the talking. That's my honest opinion. WWE, on top of all this SummerSlam talk, New Japan Pro Wrestling and WWE are in talks about an exclusive partnership in North America. Wow. This legitimately came out of nowhere. Dave Meltzer is reporting in the recent Wrestling Observer newsletter. This was in the newsletter. It's not like it was a big deal that he talked about it with Alvarez for hours upon hours. So this was in the newsletter, and he states that these talks date back to sometime in March or April, but there's no word on where these talks stand as of right now. Now, if WWE becomes New Japan Pro Wrestling's exclusive American partner, then that effectively ends the current working relationship that they have with Impact Wrestling and, of course, AEW, and would close the forbidden door once and for all. Jon Moxley is the current IWGP United States Champion, and on occasion, talent from New Japan Pro Wrestling has appeared on AEW television. This would obviously affect AEW as well, because Jon Moxley, Miro, Lance Archer, Chris Jericho, the Bucks, Cody, and the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega, I believe all of those names have rights in their contract, clauses in their contract that let them go to Japan whenever they want to do whatever they want for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So those clauses in the contract may be null and void after that. I don't see WWE giving a shit about that, but I also don't see New Japan going back on any contract talks that they've already had with AEW. So that is a big glaring issue right then and there, without even mentioning the WWE and New Japan potential talks for a North American partnership. So IWGP United States Champion Jon Moxley, he's the champion. So he goes over there on occasion. He just had a feud with Kenta that wrapped up. Yuji Nagata just recently showed up on AEW Dynamite to challenge Jon Moxley for said IWGP United States Championship. On the Observer Live, Alvarez, Rocky Romero, they talked. Rocky Romero said that he would love to see New Japan Pro Wrestling work with all these companies, and that the relationship with Ring of Honor right now is still on good terms. On WWE side, this would not have been an option since they typically don't work with other large wrestling promotions, but that has changed with WWE President Nick Khan, no relation to Tony Khan, on board making bigger decisions by the week. I don't really understand all of the back and forth on social media with all of this. You know, I'm taking this with an incredible small grain of salt, man. I don't believe the rumors. I don't think it's going to happen. In fact, if it does happen, I think it's absolutely terrible if it does. Let's be real, folks. WWE is doing this simply because they are in competition with AEW. And no matter how many times they say that they're not in a war with Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling, everything that they do, every news article that comes out like this, every move WWE makes seems to be a part of the AEW effect. It's been in effect since AEW was born. This is nothing new. You should be up to date on the AEW effect that is affecting WWE through its company, up and down, left and right. So I know for a fact that no matter how many times Triple H or any of these WWE executives want to come out here and say, oh, there's no war. Oh, we moved NXT to Tuesday nights because of our own reasons. We want the lead-in from Monday Night Raw. No, you got your ass kicked on Wednesday nights, so you retreated to Tuesday, and you're not even doing all that well on Tuesday night either. So it really doesn't matter. Your show just sucks. Your show just doesn't have any interest in it. WWE, I get it. They want to show off to the wrestling world how big their fucking dick really is. This is nothing new. But do you honestly believe that this is going to be good for everybody involved? I mean, listen, you can fantasy book any match you want. I could come up with several. Daniel Bryan versus Kazuchika Okada. Daniel Bryan versus Kota Ibushi. Fucking Roman Reigns versus Jay White. Roman Reigns versus Okada. Daniel Bryan versus Tanahashi. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Bloodline versus the Bullet Club. I could go on and on and on. Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Will Ospreay versus Daniel Bryan. AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay. AJ Styles versus Okada, Ibushi. The list goes on and on. But do you honestly think this is going to be a good look for New Japan? In a time and age right now where they have so many internal issues, more than I could ever remember reading about since doing this fucking show. They got so many internal issues right now. Roster is on edge. They're angry. Their fan base is fucking angry with everything that's going on. How many fans have they lost in the middle of the pandemic? How many fans have they lost with all of the defections going to WWE and AEW with more seemingly on the way? How many more fans can New Japan afford to lose? Now you want to partner with WWE? It seems like it's a two-way street here. New Japan is getting desperate because they know that they're in financial trouble or some sort of trouble because of everything that's going on. And then WWE, they realize, hey, AEW, their major competition. We gotta close that forbidden door before the door busts open, and they're competing with us slowly but surely, even more so in the next couple of years. They may be generating higher ratings than both Raw and SmackDown. WWE doesn't want that. That's a bad look for them, and that's a bad look for their shareholders. WWE doesn't want that, so they're looking to close the forbidden door any way that they can. But do you honestly believe WWE is going to embrace a partnership with New Japan? Who knows what the internal workings of this partnership would be? Does New Japan talent get to come over to WWE? If so, will they be used correctly? Is WWE talent going to go to Japan? Who's going to be in creative control over the WWE talent in Japan? You don't think WWE and New Japan are going to have a rift back and forth about who's going to go over, who's going to do this, who's going to do that? I mean, it's going to be a fucking shit show. Imagine Randy Orton or Roman Reigns going over to New Japan to wrestle in the Wrestle Kingdom show at the Tokyo Dome. You think something great is going to come out of that? It may look good on paper, but Jesus fucking Christ, man, this is a political sport. I don't even want to imagine the problems that are going to arise from that. Can you imagine Kazuchika Okada or Kota Ibushi or Will Ospreay or any of these guys, one of the fucking Tanahashi over there? Can you imagine these guys showing up on WWE TV, making a surprise appearance in the Royal Rumble? Their music goes off, Okada comes out, you got Baron Corbin, Jinder Mahal in the fucking Royal Rumble with Okada running down the aisle, doing his Rainmaker shit. Can you imagine he gets into the ring and he's blindsided by Jinder Mahal? Colossus in the middle of the ring. Mahal eliminates Kazuchika Okada over the top rope. Okada eliminated in 45 seconds. Then you got Corey Graves on commentary. Oh my God, Jinder Mahal, former WWE champion, eliminates the greatest pro wrestler in the world, Kazuchika Okada, in the Royal Rumble. Then you got Michael Cole on commentary. Jinder Mahal's a former WWE champion. He led SmackDown as champion for several months, something Okada has never done in his entire career. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the shitstorm that it would be? And that's just one instance. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I mean, Jesus Christ, guys, I don't believe these rumors at all. This is a tale of two worlds. Vince McMahon is not pro wrestling. WWE is not pro wrestling. They are entertainment. They let you know that in every aspect. First and foremost, they are entertainment. They could not give a shit about the pro wrestling aspect. They are all about entertainment. The spotlight, the publicity, the fucking headlines on Fox, NBC, ESPN, you name it. That's all they care about. They're not in the business to build new stars. They've abandoned that many, many years ago. The only superstar that they have right now is Roman Reigns, and no one is even close. They're not in the they're not in the wrestling business, and they're not in the business to build new superstars. Number one. Number two, look at New Japan. They thrive on the aspect of pro wrestling. They respect pro wrestling first and foremost. They are a pro wrestling company. You can't do this. It's not gonna work. I don't care how many people want to criticize on social media, all these geeks crying about the possible merger. You're shitting in the face of the fans. This is WWE shitting in the face of the fucking fans and New Japan abandoning their fucking fans. It doesn't work. I don't give a shit how big WWE's dick is. This is for one reason and one reason only, and that's to stop any and all competition in North America from beating WWE at any point in time. That is it. That is it. This would be like fucking one of my favorite breweries buying up Heinz Ketchup. Number one. Why is a brewery buying up Heinz Ketchup? Are you gonna brew exclusive ketchup flavored beer? That doesn't sound appealing whatsoever. It doesn't make sense. They're both in the food and beverage industry, but that doesn't mean you gotta go buy fucking Heinz Ketchup and Heinz Ketchup agreeing to the deal from a beer company. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't understand why people are so excited about this. Let it be. Nick Khan First of all, I said this many times before. Nick Khan should take a step back and worry about making WWE money instead of meddling in the creative aspect of the company. The guy is fucking clueless. He should not be talking about anything regarding these shows. You know nothing about anything that's going on. Number two, I don't really understand why everybody is up in arms about this and excited about it. Let it be. It's a fucking rumor. It is a rumor. That is it. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I don't understand the excitement about it. I want to dead it right now. And the final thing I have to say is, if WWE was serious about making their product better, why do you need to go out and potentially buy New Japan Pro Wrestling? Because that's exactly what it's going to result in. You think this is going to be an exclusive partnership in WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling? This sounds to me like WWE is wanting to buy New Japan Pro Wrestling. All they want is the exclusive rights to New Japan Pro Wrestling. For what? More content. Do they want their roster? Do they want their pro wrestlers? Are they going to take care of their pro wrestlers? Are they going to buy their pro wrestlers? And if they do, what's going to happen? Why don't you put this much effort into building your own fucking roster, using the roster that you got, and building your shows to be better, instead of going out and resourcing another company and using their talent to make up for your creative failures? If they put this much effort into making Raw better, then Monday Night Raw wouldn't be the worst fucking television program in the wrestling industry. Calm down with the fucking rumors. Seriously. This is bullshit. It's a rumor and nothing more. Let's move on with our lives. There's bigger things to talk about, and I will be talking about them Saturday on Off the Script, episode 378. This was not a bigger story in light of everything going on to where I was going to make it a number one priority for the flagship show. Not going to happen. It's a fucking rumor. Paige, she's been banned. Not by WWE, but by Twitch. Former WWE star Paige has been banned from her Twitch channel. Her channel at Soraya Official is currently offline as of this report. The ban apparently happened after she did a watch-along of Jim Carrey's Dumber and Dumber. She previously streamed the movie Labyrinth, but the ban did not happen until the Dumber and Dumber stream was posted. Twitch is very strict about what they allow on their platform, and their rules state that copyrighted footage is not allowed. At this point, there's no word on if this ban is temporary or permanent. This is a big deal for her because she makes a significant amount of money on the platform. Paige has not publicly commented on the ban yet. I am about all over Twitch. I'm done with it. I think I'm about to abandon it myself. It's ridiculous, man. You know, Paige is somebody that obviously has found success on there. I've been on Twitch for many, many years, and I found it difficult to grow, man. The growth on YouTube that I've seen for my channel, and I always constantly see for the podcast, it would not be anywhere close to where it is on YouTube on Twitch. I'm about to abandon Twitch altogether myself. Unless I'm in a fucking hot tub wearing a goddamn bikini and showing off my tits, then I'm not gonna grow on Twitch. That's the type of fucking audience that they are attracting now. But listen, she was trying to entertain her audience. I think that Twitch and their copyright laws are incredibly ridiculous. Not only with that, but music as well. They don't really give a shit about their content creators. It's honestly a situation where I think a lot of people are now moving on from Twitch and doing streaming elsewhere. Facebook, YouTube. It's just a lot easier to grow, and I'm sure it's a lot easier on the restrictions as well. So hopefully she gets that sorted out, man. I know what it's like to have that shit happen to you. It's not fun, especially with her making that type of money. Hopefully she gets that situation just squared away very, very soon. And finally, guys, Impact Wrestling has reached out to several WWE superstars in light of their Slammiversary pay-per-view happening on July 17th. Fightful Select reports that the promotion has reached out to multiple WWE releases from this past April, but it's unclear whether they have firm contracts or deals in place. There was a commercial to promote Slammiversary on July 17th, Samoa Joe, Chelsea Green, Mickie James, even Daniel Bryan was featured in this video package for Slammiversary. These wrestlers are among some of the wrestlers that were released back in April by WWE. Daniel Bryan is another story all unto himself. He was a free agent. His contract was up after the Roman Reigns match on SmackDown for the Universal Championship. So nobody knows what's going on with Daniel Bryan. The other names that were released included Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Tucker, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, Wesley Blake, Mojo Rawley. Their 90-day non-compete clause expires in July, so they will be free and cleared to appear at Slammiversary. Last year, Impact reached out to the Good Brothers within 15 minutes of their releases of WWE, and Brian Myers as well. He was within a week of his WWE release. These stars came to deals rather quickly with Impact Wrestling as soon as they were released. Now, I don't expect Impact to pick up everybody. I think Joe is on his way to AEW. I do not think he shows up in Impact. Nobody wants to go to Impact with the star appeal of Joe. He needs a bigger stage. So I do think that he shows up at All Out in Chicago, which is rumored to be happening. Chelsea Green, I think she's going to Impact because her fiance, Zack Ryder, is there. Matt Cardona. Mickie James, she could go either way. I could see her in Impact. I could see her in AEW as well. She would add great value to both. Impact's got an amazing women's division. AEW's women's division is on the rise slowly but surely. She could add a lot over there. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, I could absolutely see fitting into Impact's plans. I could see Kalisto over there. I could see Wesley Blake over there. I could see Mojo Rawley with his affiliation with Matt Cardona over there as well. I don't think that every one of them is going to go over there, but I do see them fitting in over there. It's up to Impact who they want. And AEW, you know, they may want one or two of these individuals, but either way, no matter, Impact or AEW, they will find work and eventually land with one of these bigger promotions when the time is right. That's all it is. But Impact, they're promoting Chelsea Green and Samoa Joe and Mickie James and Daniel Bryan in their video package because they want to sell Slammiversary. And if you see those names and you're a casual in this video package, then you're more prone to saying, hey, well, wait a minute, let me order this pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Chelsea Green. You're more apt to order the pay-per-view to see if one of these names shows up. So it's a good promotional tactic for Impact to grab that casual viewer who don't know jack shit about what's going on in the world of pro wrestling. Maybe they get a couple of buys off of it because you're foolish enough to think one of those names is going to show up at the pay-per-view. That's all it is. Smart by Impact, but kind of sleazy at the same time. Guys, that's it. That's all I got. I am getting ready to record the podcast for Saturday. Tons of SummerSlam news. We're going to fantasy book a SummerSlam card. Rumored major main event happening at SummerSlam. Can't wait to talk about it. That should be live on the channel tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'll be live tonight for SmackDown's post-show right here on Off the Script, live on YouTube. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Turn on that bell for all notifications so you know when the video and the live stream hits your sub box. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes on this OTS Extra. I've been extra busy this week. And follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That is on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you guys so very much. Sound off in the comments. The comment section is your voice, man. Let me know what you think about this WWE New Japan bullshit. Are you with it? Are you against it? Do you want to see it? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. I will be answering some of you for the first 15 minutes as the video goes live on YouTube. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you tonight for SmackDown right here on Off the Script.